So, good evening, capsuleers, and welcome to the Eve Compass podcast. It's episode 4, and tonight we have Lister and Arion from the New Eden Network. So, long story short, I used to be in Horde like right before the end when it was starting to crumble, and we basically never had any mining fleets. So I just logged my high sec characters instead, and one day just found like I think it was a public fleet or something in the fleet up section with a moon fleet. I was like, oh, a high sec moon. And it just started like this. I met those guys, and then I mine pretty much every day or almost with them now. So welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having
Thank you.
us.
Yeah, thank you. Big fan.
So you're not a corporation per se, but you're not a coalition in the way we see it as Eve players. You're not officially an alliance either. So like, what exactly is the New Eden Network, or the Synclism network when I joined you back then?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the easiest way to describe it is it's just a community. It's kind of like an alliance that's not an alliance. We kind of just chill, we hang out. It's kind of a mostly it's just a group of people who have kind of same goals, same ideals, like to mine, like to do some missions, like to do some industry, and hang out most of the time. It's nothing like Goon Swarm or Horde where we have sovereignty or we have this huge swath of space carved out and we have all these rules and stuff. It's yeah, basically just something for people to hang out.
Yep, just a place for like-minded miners to come along and just, I don't know, feel part of a fleet and make some ISK, really.
Yep, and making ISK we do like I started not too long ago in Eve. Like I'm not a veteran by any standard in Eve, but high sec industry has its lows and its highs, and it's sometimes it's kind of hard to make a penny out of it. But since I found you guys, and then I dove into reactions and stuff, like it really opened a new like basically it opened a new world of industry in front of me. So
And the same for me. I literally came in, I got taken in by a few people, flying a venture, and then I was mining ice, and well, 5 years later, I'm here making lots of ISK with lots of lovely people, and yeah, meeting, and I don't know, it's just it's been a journey, that's for sure.
I think I had the same thing. I when I started, as I was telling you before this, I got shot in my first character and deleted my account because it was a stain on my character's name. So, but then I made Arion, and I think within ooh, 10 minutes, I was in a public fleet mining or down around where we generally hang out now, and, uh, that's kind of my first, like, I suppose, invite to a public fleet, and generally, I used to do that kind of every day, and then I got into one community, moved into another community, joined an alliance, and then, as you said, it's kind of a journey, and here I am with Lister for most of the geez, what is it now? Year and a half? 2 years?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
been about 2 years. I was part of an alliance called, well, alliance and corp called the Free Mining Alliance, and we basically got our ass kicked by gankers on the white ice, and I'm not going to name the gankers because they don't deserve recognition. But yeah, we got decimated pretty hard, and one of our guys took the initiative to just go use his wings and fly out somewhere, and he found Arion, and slowly but surely we were like, okay, there's greener pastures somewhere, and so we all started heading off and met up with Arion, and through that we realized we had a great understanding of what we wanted to do, and it was very mutual, and we wanted the same things, and so we started to grow, and nobody's not welcome unless you're a ganker. So we just basically started pulling our resources together, our boosters, our miners, our time, and it's kind of grown into a almost utopian kind of setup where everyone
Don't
is
jinx
welcome.
it.
Yeah,
Don't jinx
I'm not jinxing it. As long as the gankers aren't listening, we'll be okay. But yeah, it's become something really amazing. It's become something. Basically, I think basically what we're doing is what humanity should be doing in space. Leave your shit behind and just come and all be together for the same reason. And
Yeah,
that's obviously
that's probably
making
what the
Escablisk.
that's what the I suppose the New Eden Network is now. It's just a way to collaborate and work together for kind of a common goal. It's not that there is the funny thing is there's no real common goal. It's just people doing things they all enjoy together.
Right, so it's more
Yep.
of a collective, right? It's
That's a good
like
one.
it has
Yeah.
a loose. Well, from my point of view, I'm just like a line member. Like I join every time I can, but like it's not as rigid or as structured as some other entities in game, and I think that's what makes it stand out for me.
Yep. I
Yeah.
mean, we want to make it as inclusive to everyone as possible, from the new bro to the returning player to the experienced player wanting to come in. And it's actually quite surprising how cooperative people can be. I mean, we started off with a couple of moons. We started off with a couple of days a week where we had moons, and we're now turning people away because our prime time and whatnot, there's not enough time in the Eve day or the Earth day to accommodate everyone that wants to be part of it. So we just share and grow and bring content to people that, if somebody's willing to step up and SC for any kind of content, we're good for that, as long as it doesn't involve ganking miners.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, well, the main activity I do with you guys, and the most fleets I see is moon fleets. But I guess
Yeah.
you're not like closed off to any other kind of fleet, like be it like even belt mining or fucking ice or even mission running, for example.
No, yeah. Like I mean, when I started running my own fleets, I used to geez, this is going back to at some point last year I was running fleets for 9+ hours a day, doing ice and normal ore belts, and then if there was a moon available for us in the evenings, we'd kind of do that. I think given where I suppose the New Eden Network started out as one entity that was actually an alliance that had kind of a public side, and the leader of that kind of disappeared for a while, so we kind of moved over to start anew. And then because of that, I suppose the majority of people were industry focused and mining focused. So that's the majority of the fleets we have at the moment. We've kind of not had much in the way of people wanting to run any other kind of fleets. Now I know a couple of us used to run mission fleets as well when we didn't want to do any mining, but at the moment the opportunity is there for people to create them. Like there are a number of people that kind of pop in that I'm doing some home fronts to people want to join. But yeah, the majority of it is moon mining. We still don't have enough moons to
Yeah.
to accommodate the moon goo demand that people have.
Well, actually, you say
It's
that, but you
insatiable.
have moons every day, right? So
Yeah, I think
sometimes like
yeah,
twice, or even I've even seen 3 moons a day in weekends.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's still not enough. It's still I think that's because of the time zones. Because I suppose the majority of people that boost are available for kind of the Orca support and stuff like that. They're they're generally free in the evenings around 5 p.m. Eve time to 12. And then we have a couple of people from the American US time zone that
Yeah, like me.
that are kind of later on. They kind of get the tail end of a moon if there's any left. We did have for a time there was a number of moons that kind of started at 1 a.m. Eve time, which was great. But I think the issue with those was that we hadn't really got somebody until now that could provide an orca to boost those moons. So it was having to be cleared up in the morning by Europeans that came along in the morning.
Yeah, because well, I do have an orca, but Lister hates it, so I'm not allowed to boost, right?
I didn't say I hate it. I just think you could optimize it better.
You know, I use that to boost like my own alts and 0.9 systems. So you know,
Yeah,
Oh
when
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
when it comes to orcas and mining ships, I'm 100% all tank, less mining, maximum boost, maximum tank for orca. But when it comes to mining ships, don't have 3 upgrades in your low slots, please. Like, or even 2, depending on the ship you're using. Don't go max tank to survive a gank, because mining a little less equals ISK constantly. Replacing a 500 million ISK ship,
yeah,
it's going to screw your week pretty bad. Not just your day, even on a glistening, it's going to mess that up. And yes, recently I had my orca ganked, but that took 40 people. You know, respect.
40.
40 people to gank one ship. I'm wearing that as a badge of honor.
Yeah, they really wanted you. I mean, you know, they worked for it, right? It's not like
Yeah.
you know, I've been ganked with my From Rocks to Riches character last week by you know, some Russian incels and 0.9, and they sacrificed like 13 catalyst, and I dropped like not even 3 million ISK. So you know, the guys they weren't like the smart gankers who like, you know, like scan you like 4 jumps out and blah 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 and whatever. Like they were just assholes basically.
Yep,
I think
absolute opportunist.
I mean, some people gank for ISK, some people gank for fun. I think it all depends on, I suppose, the actual person that is doing the ganking. It just depends.
Yep. I mean, when it comes to ganking, I'm sure we talked about this earlier, but it is a recycle. You know, in high sec, if it was completely safe, like, where's the challenge? Where's
Yeah, you'd have
the
like
challenge?
yeah.
But
For
there's
industry people like
ways.
us, like we need the destruction at some point. It just sucks when it happens to us, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It totally does. But when it does happen, you learn, and you learn why you don't have 3, low slot upgrades. You know, you tank your ship, and you make those gankers work for the risk. And I love people. I'll hands down, and I'll admit it in every fleet I do. If you're using ore strip miners, I love you. I love you, because you know what? I'm not going to be the target.
Right.
They want your ore strips. They don't want my modulated ones.
I think as well, if you're gonna like, I think what you're saying about tank for sure, but if you're gonna be AFK or semi AFK, there's no point in you fitting for yield because number one, you can't compress enough to match, especially with the crits now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you're gonna lose ships more often. If you want to go max yield, you have to be there, compress tab. Like that's the whole point of yield, is to get as much material as possible. If you just want a chill mining session without,
yeah,
but I suppose still, if they want to kill you, they're gonna kill you, and that's
Yeah, no matter what. I mean,
exactly.
no matter how
Yeah,
much tank you have. Like, yeah, they're just, if they want to, they'll just N+1 bring an extra ship.
Yep, exactly, and that's exactly what they did with my orca. However, I learned, and that orca had paid for itself time and time again. I had that orca for over 4 years.
Yeah,
It wasn't actually a loss because I'd made so much from that orca, and it just so happened that all my other alts had orcas, so I just literally stole an orca from
So-
my alt
yeah.
and just started boosting again. There was no interruption really, and I think that's the one thing when it comes to ganks and stuff. The one thing you can have, and the biggest defense you have in high sec for gankers, is a well updated contact list and making sure you see who is coming in and out of local, just like you would in nullsec.
right.
You make sure that you've got all your targets and you see your scout, your known scout coming in. Okay, so say take the one ganker that I will mention, Uncle Flacco. He is the greatest scout. He will come in, I'll see him. Because as soon as he's there, I know somebody else is coming. And I will mention this because I actually respect the guy. I actually
Yes.
give proper respect and hands down one of the greatest gankers, Guy Bertini. He comes in, as soon as Guy Bertini jumps into local, that's when you fleet warp your fleet out because somebody's getting hit. He's not going to miss. And he's
Yeah,
not doing it with a
like,
massive
the guy's
fleet.
a
He's
sniper.
doing it with one guy. He is a one-man ganker, and that's why I'm only mentioning him. The other ones, I don't care. He
Well,
deserves
they're not
a
worth.
mention.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you have to honestly, you have to respect Guy Bertini. He he's a master of his art, just like we are becoming a master of our art and dodging them and dodging him. But he actually deserves a bit of respect. Don't mess with him. Just see him in local, get out of there. If you're a miner, just dock. Just
yeah.
dock. Leave your drones, just dock.
Those drones, they're not worth your ship.
No,
Like,
I don't care if they're
they're almost
augmented.
never worth
Get
your
out of
ship. You
there.
know?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the only ganker I'm actually going to give any kind of credit to, is because he does it solo and he does it well. And you need to respect that. He's a master of his art, just like we're becoming a master of our art and dodging him.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
mean,
funny you mentioned drones because, you know, even if you have like the best FC ever, and you fleet warp everyone right on time, there's always someone who's gonna bitch like, "Hey, my minor ones, you left them
yeah,
behind." The hell, they're worth like 5 each. Come on, seriously,
Exactly.
you
I
could
mean
have
that's
lost your, your 300 million fucking machina, and you're
Yep. I
bitching
mean,
about drones, right?
when I see gankers come in the system, or known gankers or potential gankers, I literally tell people in fleet,
Yep.
drones in, drones in. That's my first call. It's not got to the point where fleet warping out, but I'll say drones in. If you're not going to follow that order, then your drones are gone, because I'm not going to wait for you to pull your drones in,
You're not. I
have
hope
them
you're not.
flat, and then fleet warp. To be honest, I don't care about losing my ships. Usually, I'm a weird person because I like to multi-box. So I usually have 5 miners on the field at any time.
Yeah.
My priority is getting my 5 miners out, and if that means everyone else is following me, that's perfect. But I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me.
I think that's something that I made very clear in any of my fleets was I will try and fleet warp you. But if I warp my own characters and you don't warp yours off, like your ship, your responsibility.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I mean, it has happened. I think it only happened last week where I was going to bed and I warped the entire fleet to a station because I was talking up the night.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone
Those
was like,
long
"What's
warp
going
options.
on?" The panic. Oh, it was like, "There's no reds in local." Yeah,
But since we're all miners here, I was very curious to see what's your opinion on the Catalyst update. Like, it's been a while now. It's been almost I don't know 5 months or so. But how'd you guys liked it? Because it did change a lot for us miners, especially, right?
It did indeed. I'll be honest, I love it. I absolutely love it because I don't have to go to low sec. I don't have to go to null sec. I can get Kernite, Omber. I can get the stuff I need in high sec for the most part. The only thing I can't really get is Noxium, but
Yeah.
we've got a lot of contacts, and I can trade a lot of ISO for Nox. So I'm good. I'm good. I need Nox for making the crystals for the people that don't use ore miners.
Yep.
It's
I mean,
yeah, it's good.
for me, I think the nicest, I suppose, I haven't had a chance to do. I think it's called Prismaticite. Is that what
Yeah.
it is? I haven't had a chance to do any of that kind of content, but for the most part, I think it's nice to have the crits. I think that has. I suppose it's like, is it a revival? Like, I've only been playing since 2023, like December 2023, so I have very limited, experience. And I think you'd mentioned this in one of your videos about the compression keybind.
Oh,
That
that's the
Game
smallest
changer.
that's
detail.
better.
Game changer. That's the
Yeah,
biggest change ever. That is game.
That's the smallest detail ever. I mean, of the whole expansion, that's my favorite thing.
Yes.
yeah.
5 Hulks. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's it. Just one button rather than select all,
Yeah.
select flame. Hulks become actually viable for multi-boxing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's made it easier for sure. I think that, and especially given the crit chance, your hole fills up far faster than before. So if you notice it, you don't have to risk your hold filling up by the time you've clicked right click, select all, compress. You can just click your keybind and it compresses the whole thing so your cycles don't stop. Um, Other than that, like I mining is not the main thing I do. Most of the time I haul a lot of stuff, but before I think, let's say in 2024 when I did a lot of ice mining, you could time your um compression cycle so that you didn't have to be so focused. But I think that's one great thing is that it forces mining to not be such an AFKable um activity in Eve.
Yeah,
Yes, indeed.
it's a lot more dynamic, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
CCP did create a big precedent with that keybind. So now, if anyone from CCP is listening, I want my stack all keybind now.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't actually think of that. That's great.
That is good. That is good.
If they could make it the same thing, compress and stack.
I would love that. I would love that.
Yep.
No big
This is why I love you, Arion. That is awesome.
That's. I mean, but if they wanted, they could always just make it so that it just applies to ore and ice. No other modules or anything can be stacked with that keybind.
Right. Or just like mining holes, for example. Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be
Yeah.
easily done for sure.
Because
I
you
want to
do
go
end up with
back a
quite a
bit.
list of ore in that cargo hold at the end of
Yeah.
a session. Yeah.
Exactly. And I want to go back a bit. Like, you guys are the new Eden network, but when I joined you back then, it was the Sync Liaison network. So you were based mostly, Galente space. But why the change? Why did it evolve to the new Eden network? What brought that?
There wasn't enough moons in the Sing Liaison.
It started out. So originally it started as I think I said this before. There was another guy that when I started got very involved in his alliance. It was called Greener Pastures, and we had a lot of people down in the St. Liaison area. And when he left for whatever reason it was, he's back now to playing Eve. But we kind of were left in limbo, so we decided we kind of just revive it as the Sync Liaison network, because the majority of our infrastructure and our players and um, just the area we kind of did everything, our area of operations was all in Sync Liaison,
Right.
generally confined to the ice systems and that kind of chain. But then we started to realize we spent more time in Every Shore and a couple of other areas, and it wasn't just the Sync Liaison anymore. And some people were gone off mining over in Amar and near Metropolis and stuff. So we kind of just decided like a rebrand just to make it the New Aiden network. And I think that also invited a lot more. I suppose it opened it up for a lot more people to join because
Yeah, more growth potential.
yeah, because you're not limited to the one region. And I think people who might have seen, the fleet advert in the Fleet Finder with the Sync Liaison network, and they'd be over in Amar, and they think, "Oh, I'm not in Sync Liaison, I can't join." Whereas
Right.
when it's now the New Eden network, people can be over in Amar and just shuttle across. Like we're not
Yep.
that far from Dixie or Jita, where they can just grab a ship and join us. Like we're there, 6 or 7 hours doing a mining up. You've plenty of time to come along. It's not going to be gone.
Yep.
But I think it
Well,
opens up for
in
more
New
people to
Eden,
join. Yeah.
we can be anywhere in New Eden, and through some of the people that we know, we can be mining in Solitude. We could be mining in Helima,
Right.
that sacred place, apparently. But we could be mining anywhere, and instead of limiting ourselves again to then just turning from the single liaison to, Galante network, we can be everywhere, and it's surprising how far it reaches now. It's, even known space or unknown space, wormholes. Yeah, we don't have to ever rebrand now because we
No,
cover
it's
the
global.
entirety of Eden.
Yeah. I think it also opens up the opportunity, like if we wanted to close up shop where we're generally are at the moment and move to an entire new spot, it doesn't require a whole new name change, and like nobody wants to have to go through MOTDs and start changing the NEN to another thing and try and go through all the messages and the email templates and it goes all that. I think now that it's the New Eden network, it's just applicable no matter where in Eve we operate.
Yeah, no, that's a smart move for sure. And
Yeah. I was
collectively, how
surprised it
many
wasn't
moves do you
taken.
have? Collectively.
Say that again.
Collectively, how many moons do we have?
Oh,
Quite a few, actually.
I don't even know.
No
see.
comment. No comment.
No comment.
No, 60 plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so tons of them, but still not enough, right?
Yeah.
No, there's a lot more moons in Eve than 60, so
I think it averages at something like two a day.
Two a day.
And we cover most days of the week, I think. Mondays
yeah, we
for
now
our
do.
free day. Yeah, but now we cover almost every day. So yeah, about just
In
over 60 altogether. Yeah.
in April, it was, well, for the entirety of this month, it was 37 moons.
Oh yes, we
Most
had a
of them
couple of
8
extra ones.
weeks. Yeah, most of them are 8 weeks. We have certain different ones, but we're not going to divulge that. If you want to be part of it,
Of course, I
come
respect
and join. But yeah, we have a lot of moons, and we're turning moons away because we don't have the capacity for our prime time. However, there's, in Eve, there's 4 major time zones, so we've covered one. The rest can come along. It just depends on everything else. I can't be up 24 hours a day. I have to work. Other
Real
people
life
have to
does
do the same.
exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as we don't want it to, we want. You know, there's definitely potential for massive growth. And to be honest, all I want from this network is anyone that comes in, they get a positive experience like we did. And, you know, I remember the one day that somebody invited me into their ice fleet as a new bro. And I was like, wow, I want to do this one day. And when I can, I will invite everybody to my fleet. Anybody that comes into the belt, I will invite them to my fleet and I will boost them because this guy has done it for me. And it still goes today. This is what I want to do. And I go, I guess, far beyond. I'll give people ships. I'll help people out the way that people help me. As long as they do one thing, they promise that one day when they can do it, they will pass it
Pass it
on.
on.
You have to do,
Yeah.
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 They will forward it on because it's this network that's given me a place. It's this group of people that I've met in space, not in space, in reality, but in New Eden. This pocket of reality that has really brought me a sense of purpose. It's personal for me because I love being here. I love life. I love my real life, but I also love and make sure I come back to see my people, my family, I guess, in New Eden. Because I actually, do you know what? That picture of purple I'm boosting right now, a moon, and just seeing that line in local and it's all purple. It's beautiful. It
Yeah.
really is. It's freaking beautiful. A big ring of miners all around a moon, or an ice belt, or an asteroid belt. Just knowing that
Going, yeah.
I am doing what I promised myself I would do when somebody took me in to do that for me. And it's changed. It really has changed. This is probably the reason that I've actually stuck around in this game, is because we do have good people. Yes, you've got gankers. Yes, you've got assholes. You have that in
Well,
life.
yes, but you get them in real life as
You
well.
get that
Like
everywhere. Yeah.
nothing's perfect.
But you don't see the assholes with a moon in the background or a nice belt in the background. Although I'm not going to lie, the ice rocks since Catalyst, I don't like
Oh,
the look of those.
I haven't actually seen them in high
They're
definition.
horrible.
Because
They're horrible.
I run 10 to 13 accounts at a time most of the time,
Oh wow.
and so they're all on potato mode. I could run them in high graphics, but my room would be a sauna, so I just put them in potato mode. But they look terrible. The ice blocks look horrid in potato mode. I
Yeah,
don't know what
but
they look like in
they
high
look
definition.
horrible. They look horrible in potato mode and in good mode.
Oh no.
I do the same. I'm running 6 accounts right now. 5 of them are not logged in. I'm just boosting because I'm talking to you guys. But yeah, the upgrade from Catalyst to the graphics of the rocks, even in potato mode, they look shit.
And like I've known you guys with moon mining, but as we said earlier, you do other activities. But let's talk about where you do your activities. Like you did open an industrial park, right? Do you guys want to talk about that a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so we had this idea for quite a long time to open up an industrial kind of a hub in one system, and we had been looking into it for a while. Then we happened to meet and chat with another person who plays Eve that kind of had half established a hub. They had, I suppose, that you're limited, of course, in what you can do in high sec, um, but they had kind of half of all the bonuses that you can fit structures for set up, and we collaborated with them, and 6 of the corporations that exist within the New Eden network came together and funded the rest of the park. So it's kind of 7 different corporations now involved. Now it is, I think it mostly it's myself that runs our site, our 5 structures, or is it our 4 structures rather. But it was a joint venture and investment wise. So the park is in Enador, which is it 3 or 4 jumps from Dodixie? It's not far.
No, 4 jumps.
It's
4 jumps?
6, I think.
6.
Isn't it?
I have no idea. I'm not logged in near there at the moment. But yeah, it's basically the hub is comprised of 9 structures, each bonus for different production or research or copying or invention, which in fairness, we've seen a lot of people use it now. I think a lot of the people who use it were using the already established hub that existed before the rest of it was added, and our community use it. But it was a lot of ISK to throw up front, but I think it was kind of just a project we wanted to do, regardless of cost. We were like, let's just do it. We've been waiting this long. We might as well get to it and put it up. And within the space of, what was it, a week, I think,
Yep.
between us deciding on actually going forward with it, the whole thing was up and operational. So
Yep.
far it's
Just
a couple months.
basically,
And
we wanted
yeah,
to basically make a one-stop shop, and we knew the people that had set up part of it, and we just wanted to just enhance it and make it, you know what, instead of going here or going there or trying to go to low sec for this or null sec for this or different parts of high sec for this, just put everything one place and just make it available to everyone. As we do our fleets, as we do our, unless you're gankers, you know, we basically just wanted to invest all the ISK that we're accumulating, because we're not a for-profit organization, I guess. We're everything that we make goes to fueling, enhancing, and defending the assets
Fueling
that we make.
the whole park and all those moves must be tons and tons of fuel.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
yeah, yeah.
So do you guys
Yeah.
produce it, or do you just go to the market, or
I
how
used
do you
to
handle all this fuel?
make fuel, and I kind of, I suppose when I started hauling more, I started mining less. And you've mentioned this in other videos, but the high-sec ice is so contested,
Oh, yeah.
um, constantly, uh, crazy. So I'd be moving, you couldn't even stay in a belt for an hour. You'd be on to the next and the next and the next. So when I started hauling anyway, I started going less. So I just took down my PI, um, and now I just import it because I think I myself manage what is that, 13 of the 60 structures, and like it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
to mine that yourself. Now, I know you had an interview with Ardco,
Oh, yeah,
and
exactly.
yeah, I was actually only watching that today after I had imported and delivered all my own ice, or all
Really?
my own fuel box
'Cause
rather, and I
Artco
was like,
actually would
damn,
deliver it right,
to the
Artco's like
door.
Amazon, like, he would
Yeah.
deliver it straight to you, right?
Yeah, that's why I was saying to Lister earlier. I was like, I think the next day I'm just going to use Arco, because it's I suppose it's taking away from my, I like managing structures and providing for the community, but just that, moving all my haulers to get the fuel to 14 different locations.
Yeah.
It just takes away from the limited time that I might have to play on a day. So I think, yeah, Arco is probably the way I'm going to go in the future.
Yeah,
For
I second that. I definitely second
newer
that. I think that's the way I'm going.
for the newer players out here, like just give us an example. How much does it cost like per month to fuel, just like a moon drill, like an Athenor?
An absolute simple Athenor moon
It's
drill is
120,
120 per day.
yeah, 120 fuel blocks a day.
Oh.
It's not much, in fairness. It's only, I used to have the maths done for this. It's like, is it 180? Let me see. What is that
So
called?
it's 3,600 fuel blocks a month at like 20,000, for example. Well, that's 72 millions.
Yeah, and most of our moons would be then for 8 weeks, so it'd run for 2 months. So yeah, 140-ish.
Right.
Yeah. Which, in fairness, when we are providing this, we don't ask for, like, I know that public fleets are slightly different. When in ice belts and stuff, people are generally awesome. When you invite someone, they're normally grateful, and they pass a little something onto the orca. But for moon mining, we just kind of ask for like 10% of whatever you mine, and no, that doesn't cover the cost of the fuel and funding
Right.
ships for defense and whatnot. It's more just like a small contribution so that we kind of get some ISK back to help continue providing
Well,
the
Yep.
moon ore
for a
to
newer
people.
player, like given the choice of sucking Veldspar all night or having a moon and giving 10%, I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? Anyways.
No brainer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think aren't you mining like 46% more
Yep.
yeah, whatever the see, this just shows it's been a while since I've actually seen that icon of what my boost is. However much you mine, it's the increase you get from the orca boosts, especially with moons, is um far more than the 10%, and you also don't have to dock because you have compression.
Oh yeah,
So you're
for
not
those newer players who are listening to this podcast right now, if you've never been in the fleet, you never mined, basically. Or you never
Oh no.
enjoyed mining for sure.
Oh
yeah,
no, definitely.
enjoyed is the word. Yeah.
Come and enjoy. Come and enjoy. I
Like
mean,
people come from the boost, but they stay for the compression.
Oh,
yeah.
boosts don't and this is something I think it took me a while to get. I was so focused on when I first started, I was like, oh, the boosts here are crap. You thought that we're only getting X% or whatever because maybe the orc pilot wasn't skilled enough. Now I'm like, no, it's compression. I would mine all day with 0 boosts plus actual compression rather than
Or compression, I would
all
accept
boosts.
mining at a penalty if it came to that. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing worse than having to dock every 2-3 minutes because
Yeah.
you're full. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Or jet canning.
I think that's the one thing that we do well for most of the moons or most of our operations is there used to be 3 boosts for mining, but now there's 4. The one for the crit and the reduced residue. But as much as we can, we always try to do the main boost for mining, but we also have support. So we try as much as possible to have 2 orcas boosting at any time. Usually, I'm the one providing the support.
Yeah, you're the one
Shield and
providing like
armor.
skirmish and shield and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. It's basically we try to make our community as safe as possible through fleet warps. If you listen, or don't disengage them, as well as we're limited in high sec. We are very limited. We can't. As soon as somebody attacks one person, the rest of us can't then attack before the effect is really done. By the time you lock on your mining ship and send your drones in there, whoever's getting ganked is getting ganked. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
there's no saving the first target for sure.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah.
It's basically about just trying to support each other and making sure that we provide the safest opportunity for people to come and mine. Other than the new expansion that's coming out, where we probably are not going to delve into that. Might use it as a recruitment tool, but
Yeah.
we're not going to mine there because there's literally no moons to mine or ice to mine. We like the big stuff.
I think to piggyback on what you said there as well about the keeping the community as safe as possible, it's not as common at the moment for us to get a lot of new players. I think for the majority of the time I was running like day-long fleets in 2024, there was many new players coming, and I was typing out the same messages all day. Um, this is the ship you can use. That I would change this fit, but I think most of the time now we're just telling people, that this person is a scout for XYZ, or this corporation is known to target miners. Maybe mark them red. But we don't get as many new players as we used to. But our community is pretty steady. I think
Yes, it is.
generally we have 70. I can't
69. 69 is our record.
69. Is that? Yeah. Well.
69.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. I sent out fireworks and giveaways. It was 69. 69 is our record on grid fleet. Not bad for a high sec.
Really not. Seriously.
Yeah,
Like
it is quite.
at the when I was in briefly in pandemic horde, like right just before the end. But yeah, I don't think we had those numbers on R64s sometimes. So yeah, whatever you guys are doing, you're doing great for sure.
Yeah, it's just a mutual appreciation of, what I love is I've seen a couple of people come and go, and it's great because they've come in, they've made the ESC they want, they've got the experience they need, and then they've gone off. They've literally flown their wings and went off to do other things, whether it be
Sound like
low
a proud
sec,
mom.
null sec. I am. I'm a very proud mum. I'm even proud of myself because, well, I've got a null sec.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of. We are a starting place. I think we don't have to pretend that we're anything other than that. We're come in, get skills, get ISK, and go. Go out and flourish. And the hope is that someday will be like, okay, I've got this, and they bring that back to us. They bring it back to us and go, okay, we're going to do level 4s. We're going to be doing level 3s. We're going to be doing, ratting. Any content is available and wanted. The more leaders that we procure is a great thing for all of us because we're giving each other content. No, not everybody wants to sit for 8 hours sometimes on a moon, sucking in that glistening. I'm be honest, I'm quite happy sucking in glistening for 8 hours. But there's other people that want other things like PvE, PvP, and we want a community where they feel safe to go, okay, I've mined with you guys, I've done this with other guys. Okay, I want to lead you guys in a fleet doing this. We're basically an incubator for what can be. And we're
think
not
the
going to
easy.
stop anybody. As long as you're not going to go out and use people from our fleets to gank people.
Yeah.
That's literally the absolute no. Or stealing other people's moons. We're not into that. You don't, unless we're previously invited to mine something, you can't advertise ninja mining. That's just
Yeah, I
not
think
Oh,
we're
something we're on.
we're pretty respectful in that regard. I mean, there was a time that some people in our community were doing ninja mining of their own accord, and it kind of came back to bite us in the ass at another point. You know, I was getting some
Yep.
Yeah.
heavily worded diplomatic emails being like, "What the hell are you doing?" Um, but like it's easily clarifiable. But generally, we don't. But we are invited to quite a lot of moons when people are like, "Oh, most of our group is actually on holidays for next week," or um, you know, we have this left over. None of us are going to be online again before it despawns. We've had a couple of those only a couple of weeks ago, which is nice to know that people like know that we mine in the area, and they also know that almost everyone pays the 10% just out of a courtesy. Like it's
Everyone pays or they get kicked in.
that's not
I
it's
know.
not it's
I know.
it's not that harsh, but I mean,
No,
yeah,
it's not.
people are generally pretty good with that, and I think probably the easiest way to describe the New Eden Network is that it's a tiny Eve Rookies. I
Right.
like, it's not as big. There's a larger focus on mining. Like I suppose it's nowhere near as big, but it's there's a larger focus on mining. Very chill, very respectful. I think what makes it a little maybe more inviting to some people is the fact that it's small. Like I people might say 70 people in a fleet is not small, or 100 and something people in a channel is not small. I mean, generally, it's there's a lot of people on, but it's quiet, it's chill. People are respectful. People are more than willing to help people in any way, shape, or form. I know that I myself have helped people move shop from they started over in Amar and they're coming back and they want to move over and kind of deal with us, or I think moving headquarters of your corporation because I
Yep.
think there was a couple of people that moved their headquarters closer to Enidor because it's now an industry hub, and like people
You
were
moved
there
my
to help.
entire corp, mate. You moved my entire corp.
Yeah,
You helped.
yeah. I mean, like people are there to help, uh, and we've had a couple of people that came in and they have kind of stepped up to the plate and have kind of helped Lister and myself and Des, who's not here, but who is kind of another person who I suppose he'd be a part of the me, Lister, and Des would be the three main people that kind of run the whole thing. But other people have stepped up to the plate and anchored more moons themselves and said they want us to mine it, and helped arrange other fleets and coordinate boosting times and stuff. It's pretty cool when you see everyone kind of just working together.
Yep.
Um, and even something simple as I'm heading to Dodixie. Does anyone need anything?
Right.
Mhm.
It's just super nice to see.
That's a small
Pe-
thing, but yeah, of course I need crystals. I'm out, for example, or
Yeah,
whatever. Like, yeah, well, I see that in the New Eden Network all the time. But before you guys, I've been in Null a bit. I've been, I've joined other public fleets, and it's kind of different. Like your fleets always, I don't know how to say it, they're nicer. They're yes respectful, but there's like I joined over 100 fleets with you guys so far, and I've barely ever seen any drama, and that's what stands out for me. There's no drama. I don't know
Uh,
how you guys achieve that, but there's
I would
barely
say,
ever any drama
yeah.
compared to what I've seen.
The
yeah,
only drama we've ever seen, and I think it's been nipped in the bud now, is my rock
yeah.
drama.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
that drama, honestly, it drove me almost to the point of insanity until a point where I just lost it. I didn't lose it, I just spoke my mind. And I was just like, well, this is my moon. They're my fucking
Hey,
rocks.
yeah.
everybody needs to be clear that every rock is going to be mined. So yes, we have certain rules, if you want to claim a rock. So we do respect AFK miners and things like that. But if you want to claim it, just have your lasers on it. If your lasers aren't on it and you've gone AFK and they've stopped, well, that's no longer your rock. It was a thing for a while.
Yeah, I
but
think
we've
remember
I
the
think
calmed down
people
from it.
splitting lasers and
Yeah. Yeah, so somebody splitting two Brimple zeolites and then you're leaving everyone else with, suicide. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the entire moon is going to be completely vanquished. We are moon monsters killers. And all
yeah,
of
like
those
don't
lasers are
cry.
going to, yeah, don't cry. You're gonna, and I
and
would
there'll also be
understand
another one
people's,
in a couple of hours.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like, don't panic.
exactly.
Yeah.
and
There,
that towasite needs to be mined as well. Like it's
yeah,
not
I
only
mean,
zeolite, bit.
we're, yep, we're not, you know, restricted in the amount of moons we have. Every single day there's going to be another one, and normally every single day is going to be 40 million M3 worth of moon. So if you don't get the greatest rocks that you want on this day, you're not going. Honestly, if you're an aspiring miner and you don't ever want to run out of fuel to mine, we'll give you it. We have so much of it. There is no, there's no blockade anywhere. We're not struggling. We are choking and we're turning people away now because we can't actually mine the amount of moons that people want us to mine. We will do it where we can and if we can, but we have enough in the network now that every single person that comes to those fleets will be able to plex their accounts, regardless of how many they are. As long as you pay that 10%, we don't care how many alts you have. You can come in with 50, as long as you're paying 50 times 10% of what you mine. There is no restrictions. The only
But
thing
you
we
guys
don't
have
ask
ways,
is
right,
don't
to
be an
see.
asshole.
But you guys do have ways to see, like, if X or Y miner didn't pay his 10%. Like, you guys have a way to see
Yeah,
that, right?
Yeah,
we
that
do.
exists.
We
Yeah, I
do.
mean, I don't check it, and I make a point of not checking it. I I think the majority of other people don't check it. It'll be more that if I like, I mean, if you're going through your transactions and you notice, Lister has been mining at my moons for the last 10 weeks, and
I
there's
believe you.
zero transaction from Lister, like, then you're gonna look into it. But I mean, I don't think I think trust goes a long way. Like, if you're caught doing it, I mean, the worst we can do is just not invite you to the fleet so you don't get compression. There's not much we can
I
just.
bring my own.
Yeah, I mean, you can check it, but I think the whole point that I think, because of the community we've kind of established, and the kind of,
More of a
you know,
honor system.
yeah, I mean, you're trusted to do it. I know that. Yeah, I've even given 10% on my own moons out of habit. Uh, so I mean, it's a it's just a trust thing. I think people just
Yeah. I mean,
you do get
it's
the people that
easy.
don't, of course.
Yeah,
There are
it's
people that
easy
don't.
to see who doesn't. It really is. You don't have to check your logs to see who doesn't do it. And usually they're the people that just drift away pretty quick because they're not here for what we're here for. They're here to get something and then just go.
Yeah, bug off and
Yeah, and the drama that we see is drama that we bring. If we don't bring drama, there's not going to be drama. And if there's drama, there's a reason for it. But we've not actually experienced that yet. unless it comes to war decks and all that kind of mechanics.
Oh yeah, but that's a whole other can of worms. What I mean is,
Yeah.
like your basic operations and fleets. Like I've never seen something that's drama free like that. Like I love it. I loved it in the beginning. That's why I'm still around. And
Yep,
yeah,
and that's what we want. We want people to come and just learn. We've got a wealth, of knowledge of. I wouldn't even say I was a seasoned player or experienced player. I've been playing 5 years mostly, 10 years kind of, but I'm not an expert. Every single day in this game, I learn something new. Mainly from the patches because they changed the rules, but
yeah, but even there, like I always find some odd stuff left and right, like all the time. Like
Yep.
I'm not a veteran by any standard. I'm not
Me
an
either.
expert. Like I like to share my knowledge. Yeah, I started a YouTube channel and shit, but I still
Yep.
learn. I still find out about stuff.
I
Like
learned
almost
about
every day.
search engines,
That's what
searches from
keeps me
your
here.
podcast. I learned searches from your podcast.
What do you mean
I
searches?
learned. Yeah, you could search your inventory in different parameters.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Oh, come on, Lister.
I never. I just literally
That's
opened my inventory and go, what have I got? Okay, scroll,
Oh,
scroll,
I
scroll,
see what you
scroll,
mean.
scroll,
Okay,
scroll.
okay. Yeah.
But I didn't realize you could go that little box and go
Search.
ubiquitous.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I've got
Filters.
crystals.
Filters. If you have a messy hanger, like in my hanger management part 2, like the filters.
Yeah,
Wow.
honestly, it's brilliant.
Like
I
I
learned
saw that
something.
little thing there, my filters, but I never clicked on it. I was like, whatever. Now I'm like, oh, that's so useful.
Yep, and the one that you said about the E marks being used to complete your dailies. I knew about
Found that
that
the day before I
literally from the
recorded.
day it came out. I realized that. I was like, oh my god, this is brilliant. Okay, I'll mine 2,000 units and I'll pay. That's
Exactly.
how I've managed to maintain the SP reward I get from all my alts, all 22. Honestly, it's become.
I think
I
a lot
would
of the
say
stuff
it's
that
a
people
job, but
learn
I
are
love it.
tricks.
And doing the Eve career, like the air career, sorry, that's actually a passion. I love creating a new alt just so I can do the air career.
Really? I
I've-
never completed it. Never,
Oh,
never. Like
I think I've
industrialist,
completed
sure.
on one
I-
character. I think it's
I've
only
done it
one.
on I've done it on 22.
Oh,
And I did it before they changed it so that you can't claim the SP on another toon on that account. I did it probably about 50 times. I got 20 million SP from it before they stopped it
Right.
on one toon.
Yeah, you just
And
funneled it all to
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's from my Warcraft days. I was a complete altaholic. I had two
Yeah, so
accounts, and I had 14. By the time Battle of Azeroth came, I had 120. Sorry, level 120, 14 toons.
I've never played World of Warcraft, so I have no idea about this.
Yeah, don't play it now. It's shit. It was amazing. It was amazing.
I've
But
enjoyed it for the longest time, and then I found out about Eve, and I was so pissed because, I wish I never knew about WoW and I joined Eve in 2003. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, I
I
came
love the
into.
grind. Like,
I,
when I was younger, like I'm 42 right now, so I've not even before World of Warcraft, I was into grindy games. Like, I was mostly into Ultima Online, free shards mostly, but yeah. Like, yeah, that's why I love industry so much. Even like back in 1998 when I was playing UO, I would do like crafter characters even then. So
yeah, well, my first tune in Eve was so damn insane select, and I just threw a lot of money at it for like 2-3 months, and then I was just like, I'm bored. I went off and did it. I love space games. I even have my name in credits on Everspace 2 because I was part of the crowdfunder.
Really?
But I came back in 2021, and it was just I was literally sitting on Christmas Eve in 2021, and I was like, "Well, I'll give this a try," and I created Lister, and then I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." It's more cool than I remember it being in 2015, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So by the time I think January came, I just literally ripped all the skills out of So Damn Insane and put them into Lister to be a booster, and then used a second all on So Damn Insane's account to, which happened to be Jean-Luc Picard. Yeah, you know where he's from. And yeah, I just, from that combo, it just grew, and it wasn't the game as such, it was the people I met that has kept me here, and the fact that I get to be in the position that some of the people that gave me the chances and the opportunities when I first started out, I always literally I remember saying on a nice belt that if I ever get into an orca, I will boost you guys. I will do what you have done for me. And I've never lost it. I've never lost that drive to bring people in and give them the start that other people gave me, as long as they decide that they're going to pay it forward. And I've given people
Yep.
ships, I've given people Plex, I've given people ISK, and all I
You know,
have
I
to say is,
remember when I
well,
first
pay it
joined you
forward.
guys, I was just on the edge of switching from like barges to exhumers, and then one guy was with his ventures like, well, I just got Omega, but I can't whatever, I can't afford the barge. I was like, at the end of the moon, I just contracted it to him, and I was like, well, there's one string attached. Once you get your exhumer, then you give that barge to someone. You don't sell it. You don't keep it. You
Yep,
don't hoard it.
yep.
So that's the
Honestly,
way. That's the way I see it too.
yep, that's the way I see it. And it's so weird because I keep remembering my days when I was just in a barge, and then I got that exhumer, and then I lost it. um, it's just there's something great for me to be able to give somebody something I had that's literally been gathering dust for a long time and just handing it off to somebody else. And then it doesn't happen often, but it has happened a couple of times as somebody's come back to the police and said, I got this from this person that you gave him,
Yeah.
and here I am. And that seeing that full circle go round, you don't often see that in real life. You see it in Eve, rarely, but in real life, it's so rare. And it's just almost like a mini pay it forward circle in Eve, and I just love it. I mean, I love to hate Eve because I love Eve so much because I will say that TNEN and CIA are my family, but I also have my real family, and I need to remember that sometimes. And I have work and I have other things, but this is a place that I can come in and just be with other people that want to be here, and we just work together really well. And I think it's because maybe we are in high sec. We're not war torn. We're not skullduggery. We're not all about killing each other. We're just here to
I think for the
vanish
majority.
blocks
Sorry.
of ice. Yeah, on you go, mate.
No, go ahead. Finish. Sorry, I cut you across.
No, we're just here to kill ice monsters, ore monsters, and moon monsters, and then siphon out their life source and sell them for ISK.
Yeah. I think part of the reason I think that everything kind of works so well within TNEN is that we have a very large age range. Like there's some people in that are 21, I think the oldest is 70 something.
Really?
I think so. I could be wrong. There's definitely someone over 60. So there's,
No, there's definitely somebody over 78.
there is, isn't there? Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think,
He's not dead yet. It's okay.
no. But yeah, we have, I think I suppose the only way to describe it is a salt-free zone. Like, I
Yeah.
love a bit of salt. I love salt. I don't like to be part of drama, but I love to watch it from afar, you know? Uh, but I think because we have that age range and we have some people who are retired, some people who are in college, some people who are after a long ass day at work, nobody wants the drama and everyone just kind of wants to chill and hang and just like the majority of the time, like I'd say in maybe 2 of every 5 maybe fleets, the fleet chat is so quiet, and it's
Yeah,
just so much
that's weekdays when I'm not there.
oh,
Oh, yeah,
it's like
you get the drinking days.
yeah, there's a couple, that people ask a question, someone answers, "What's going on tomorrow? How was your day?" Whatever, but most of the time it's pretty chill, and I think that also is part of the reason why we all kind of why we have so many people that are all of the same caliber, because people join, they see that the fleet is nice and quiet and they chill and mine, and then they go about their day and then they come back the next day. Whereas other fleets you might, I don't know, like I've been in a couple of public fleets in my time in Eve, and none of them are as peaceful as our ones. Like just shit talking other alliances and groups, and we just don't have that on our side. We just want to enjoy ourselves.
Yep, definitely. I mean,
And
I,
how about for the newer guys or the guys interested who are maybe listening, hopefully, um, how would they go about finding you guys and contacting you?
just personal message either of us, or
Yeah, I mean, we have the in-game channel is called the New Eden Network.
Right.
Um, the Discord, I can actually give you the link if you want to add it into your um, YouTube thing. Now there,
Yeah.
your video description rather.
Sure.
Or you can like send Arion Yael or ListerOfSmeg an Eve mail, or even shoot a message on Discord. I don't know about you, Lister, but I'm in the Eve Online um, Discord server, so you should be able to pull me up there.
Right.
yep, yep,
Like I mean, like if you want to talk about whatever, I'm open for it. I mean, like I think it's pretty self-explanatory. We're just a network of people that do the same things that everyone likes. And there's opportunity, as I said, there's the opportunity for people to step up and do more is always there. I mean, there are people that want to do missions. There are people that want to go ESS robbing. Like that's all fair game. It just so
yep.
happens that at the moment the majority of members, um, I keep
Content
saying
with
members.
the
It's
mining
not
fleet.
even members because
Yeah.
there's multiple corporations, multiple alliances that all kind of just hang out.
Participants.
And a lot of solo players
Participants.
too.
There's loads of solo players. Like I have my own solo corp that that I run, and I think don't you have two? Didn't you say that at some point?
Well,
Two
me, I
solo
have
corp.
three solo corps actually.
Jesus. Um, but yeah, I
That's all
mean,
going to change soon, but yeah.
Well, I can't say anything. I've got 5, but the only thing is they're holding corps.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, 7.
Oh, jeez, that's a lot.
Tell me about it. 2 of them are Omega, and I've transferred them over to that way so I can actually utilize my Omega characters.
Yeah,
But no, yeah, as you guys were saying, we're I don't know, a training ground. We're the expansion that's coming for newbies that was already there. You know, if you want to come in and do and learn mining and industry, we have the infrastructure now to
There are so many
show you
people
it.
in
Yeah.
all
But
different aspects of it. Like, yeah.
but if you want to go out and fight, we have a side of us as that do that also. We're neutral in war, however, it doesn't stop us from being part of defending against war. Yeah. We do everything apart from gank. No gankers allowed.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that's one thing that I think goes amiss most of the time, because people are kind of so focused on the moon mining, but I think the moon mining is like the thing we all do together, whereas a lot of people go off and do their faction warfare and their production and PI and nullsec roams, wormhole exploration, incursions. They kind of go off and do that with either themselves alone or other communities, and then kind of come back for the moon mining. It just so happens that moon mining is the most in demand thing at the moment.
I guess so. But in conclusion, I mean, we've passed the 1 hour mark a while ago. I was wondering, like we've talked about yesterday and today, but what's up for TNEN like tomorrow? You know, in
I
in the
have
near future.
no idea. I have no idea. I mean, like
Uh,
if people are listening to this and they're joining, I suppose we have no choice but to expand operations, which because there'd be more demand. Um, but I mean, at the moment, the Enidor hub was kind of the most recent project. We have a
Is
couple
what is it
of
like 3 months ago the opening or something? Like was
wasn't
it
it Feb?
before Christmas or around Christmas?
Was it the 1st of February? I opened it, I think.
Oh, really? It's that the reason I thought it was.
It's sorry. It's either the first of no. It
first,
is. It
I
is the
think that
first
was
of
Jan.
February.
Yeah,
The 1st of February. I remember because I
that's when it was.
pretty
Everything
much
was
up and running.
properly.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
And it's not fully operational. We still have upgrades that we could make, but for now, it's and it is public. Everybody is welcome.
Even
Everybody that wants
yeah.
to, and if you want connections to low sec reactions, we can provide via that hub, but you need to be, you know,
Yeah.
good
I mean,
Vetted, maybe.
yeah. There is that. Yeah. I mean, the other cool thing about the hub that is there at the moment is you have the Tatara is sitting centrally and it is serviced by both Red Frog and Push X. So it's kind of like a
Oh, really?
yeah, it's a reprocessing station and it's kind of a logistical nexus. And then you've
Yep.
got the Ritaroos and the Asbel that are all kind of dotted around. So the the only issue we have at the moment is that the usage isn't so high that I can justify, going back to those two like I suppose the two big hauling corps and say, look, can you now service all of the structures in Enidor?
Right.
So at the
Yeah.
moment, like they have access lists to do and they have um like admin to do in the background and stuff. It's I don't think it'd be fair for, it to give them all that work for someone just doing something once every couple of weeks or something like that. So at the moment it's just the Tatara that kind of everyone can move their stuff to when they're done producing it, and then they can ship it off to wherever they need to go, or they can move it to wherever themselves, of course, if they want to haul it themselves to increase their profits. But we could, as Lister said, we can upgrade it as needed and do stuff like that. There is a couple of projects in the works, two I think, which are OPSEC.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I get that.
we have I think we have a couple ideas. We would love to see more non-mining related activity. I think that's the big thing for us is the community is kind of largely focused on that, and I think that's probably somewhat the remnants of how we originally kind of came to be because of it. One person mining invites the next person that's
Yeah.
in the belt that has no boost, and then four more people come along, and everyone just ends up being in under one fleet in the belt. Um, we would love to see. I know a lot of people do go out and do some wormhole stuff. Of course, that invites its own. When you bring people that you don't personally know or haven't worked with for a long time out into null or low or wormhole space, you invite a lot of risk depending on what you're going to be doing.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot
people aren't
risky
willing
than
to do that.
fighting
But
someone
even just
full moon.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
mean
I
just
will
even
put
just an
in
ESS
there.
roam.
I will put in there. We do have a connection to a certain wormhole, who are very welcoming, just like we are. So joining TNEN, you might be able to get some wormhole stuff done. We definitely have it's a static, low sec
Well,
wormhole.
that must take a while for the vetting part because I've never been invited to that.
Oh, have you not?
I don't think
Let
we
me
even
send you an
advertise
invite.
it.
No,
I'm not
we
even
don't.
cool enough.
But we're not going to tell them who they are or where they are. But
Yeah.
yes, we definitely have that connection.
I mean, at the
Um,
moment, we don't even have a vetting process for the community. It's kind of, I suppose, semi-public. It's a semi-public community. There's
yeah,
a certain number of people that, people who target um, haulers or industrialists or mission runners, and I suppose generally that target people in high sec doing the stuff that we do are, if we have intel on them, they're excluded from the channels, and that's just for OPSEC to ensure that the community is as safe as possible. But
Well,
generally,
yeah, of
there's
course.
generally the whole thing is pretty public. Like you just join, you chat. I know, like I think was it yesterday there was 3 or 4 people going off doing home fronts. I think I said that earlier, but they didn't know each other at all, and well, not didn't know each other, but they're not as familiar with each other. And a newbie joined them, and off they went for the afternoon. So there's not much. I suppose we don't have any a corporation. You don't have to provide like EVOS or any of that kind of stuff at the moment. Like we have no other restrictions, I suppose, on people joining. Like if you
Yeah,
want to
you,
come
you
and
don't have
hang,
to authenticate your 48 alts and
no,
alliance auth or
no,
whatever.
I have enough
no,
work to do than
Exactly.
to add
no. You
all
just
that
need
to the
to.
list.
You need to come in here with a positive attitude to basically do any content really, other
Yeah.
than counting. You
Other
just
than
need
gigging.
I just to
you need
clarify,
to be
it's
to
ganking in high sec. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
wormholes, low sec
Well,
is
that's the thing. I don't understand. I don't understand people who say ganking in low sec or no. No, that's killing.
I am kind of of the same opinion. Anytime someone says gank and they're like, I got ganked in a C5, I'm like, no,
No,
you were
you're
just shot.
killed. You were
Yeah,
killed. It's simple as that. Don't go in there unless you want to be
yeah.
killed. Ganking is literally you're a miner. You're no way able to defend yourself
Well, you
other
can.
than your drones or
You can.
fleet
You just gotta
repair.
look at local.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
exactly. And that's what we try mostly to do is we've got usually multiple people in roles that can fleet work any fleet that we run. And so if one person like me on occasion has fallen asleep late at night, there's another couple of people that can warp us all away. um
Oh, that
it's
did happen to
just
me in one of my freighters in the middle of space.
oh
Yeah, just off a gate. Yeah, it
ouch.
was empty. It was empty, but yeah, it does happen. I know.
It does.
Yeah.
Put it this way: the safest way to keep a ship safe in Eve is
Not
stay in
have
a
to.
station. The second, if you consider your ship lost, the second you undock it, if you redock safely, it's a win.
Yeah, it's a
But
bonus, right?
yeah, do not undock anything you don't want to lose.
I
It's
don't
as
want to
simple as that.
lose any of my ships. Like that's
No,
the
I don't want to lose my
that's-
Rorqual. That's why every so often I just jump in it, undock, and then redock, just so I can say I've flown it.
I actually haven't. I only recently got a Rorqual and I haven't had the opportunity to take it out.
Oh, undock it and then redock. Just do that. Or
No,
no, you just undock and you go, look, I'm still on
no,
the
because if I
perimeter.
undock,
And
I'll just
dock.
want to go use it.
No,
I'll
don't.
Yeah,
Don't.
that's the problem. Yeah, it's
Okay,
just
you
I
you
got
set yours up for mining, I'll set mine up for defense, and we'll hopefully find people that'll want to defend them.
with no umbrella fleet to come and protect us. Yeah,
Exactly. This is why mine is still parked.
we might as
Oh,
well
pick
just
me up. I
put
can
it.
bring my my Vixer if you want.
Yeah, I'll just
Just
put a ping
umbrella.
Excellent.
within the Eve Discord saying where we are so that people can come.
No, put it public.
Yeah,
Put
yeah,
it
yeah.
public.
Eve
Advertise
Discord.
to
Yeah.
the gankers. Cancel all the requirements. Just put security status -10.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
No, I just basically we like to help. I guess I think that's the only way we can really surmise what TNEN is we want
The thing
to
that defines
help
it, really, yeah.
people. Yeah, the people we want people to come and find their feet, get some ISK, and go off. You know,
Oh, you guys
as I said,
actually helped me, not quit. Yeah, I was about to win Eve. Seriously, like I was in pandemic where there was never any fleet, never any support. Fleet chat was dead, comms were dead. Like it was right towards the end, and I was
that's
like,
because
"Oh."
we killed pandemic. Sorry,
But what
on
I
you
mean
go.
by that is, no, it was either that or like sucking Valspar alone, like in Beltane. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I was just this close to give up, and then it just reopened the whole thing for me.
Yep. I think that's the absolute bare minimum rules we have is be respectful.
We're
Yep,
just a village.
like
It's
goes
kind of like
Russ.
just
Yeah.
a village, like a small town
Yeah,
where we all hang
exactly.
out. Yeah.
Be respectful, and if you can't be respectful and appreciate what or follow the basic rules, is that be respectful and pay the owner 10%, then there is that option. You can just go suck build.
Yep.
It's really, we're not harsh. We will cater, we will help, you know, we will do what we can to help new bros returning, even, people that are disillusioned with nullsec coming into high sec. We don't
We've had a couple of
discriminate.
people that have come
Yeah,
from Nullsec that just want a
yeah,
break from all the
the
constant.
drama.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and I
and
get that.
we're as I don't think I've ever met a more accommodating community than the people that we have, and I think that's why we thrive, is because we just accept. In my case and some other people's cases, I love coming to Eve because guess what? I'm in New Eden. I'm no longer on Earth. I
Yep.
don't have to worry about my problems in Earth. I get a time to just chill with. I don't play with music, but sometimes I actually go to sleep with Eve background music because it's so chill. It's a great place to be, and you meet some of the greatest people on this planet, Earth, in a place where we can call not Earth and just disintegrate our problems and create new problems.
Well, it's funny
But
you
Yeah,
mentioned
create
it
them together.
because that's why like my podcasts are not my best performing content on the channel yet. It's my favorite content to make Because me, when I go to bed every night, I put on any Eve video that's over 45 minutes, an hour, and I just fall asleep to it, or I even make playlists for that.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I still watch episodes of Red Dwarf or Father Ted, and that's where my name comes from. If anybody didn't, I'm just going to shout out to Red Dwarf. If you haven't ever watched it, go look it up. British
Haven't.
sitcom, Red Dwarf, started in the 80s.
I
Kind
don't
of fizzed out now.
have I seen that?
Oh, you've got to. You've got Lister, Rimmer, Crichton, Cat. So basically, there's one scene where it's game related, and Lister injects himself into a game, and he's in a knight. Brian Cox, famous Scottish actor, is the king, and he basically does a duel, and well, he just lists himself as ListerOfSmeg, because the biggest insult in Red Dwarf is Smeghead.
Right.
And don't look up Smeg. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. You don't want to know what it is. But yeah, 90% of my characters are of Smeg.
I have no naming convention.
Yeah.
Mine are all random.
Well, mine are all of Smeg or Jean-Luc Picard, Captain K. Janeway, Commander Cisco. So you know where that comes from. I don't know if we can actually say the copyright of Star T Rec.
I think we would get a strike for mentioning one of the most famous sci-fi shows. I don't think so.
Yeah, so that's why I'm
But
saying.
we'll see when they
Star
take the
T-Trek.
video when they upload tomorrow.
Yeah, you've got a lot of editing to do.
So speaking of which, I think we will wrap this up right now. So thanks a lot for joining us. And well, as for me, I'll see you this weekend, of course, on Grid. But yeah, I hope
See you tomorrow.
this brings new blood.
Honestly, it's been a pleasure to be
Yeah,
on
it's
here.
been cool.
And Talari, honestly, just keep doing what you're doing, because you're honestly, I love listening to your podcast. And if anybody's interested, come along, come see what we're all about, because everybody's welcome.
I mean, to be on the same podcast as something as famous as Eve Guru for a small little group like us, to be honest, it's pretty insane.
I subscribed.
So thank you guys, and yeah, I hope it'll bring some fresh blood, maybe.
Oh, fingers
Fresh
crossed
blood?
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, bring them all. Bring everyone here. We'll all start in this little cradle of life and go on to who knows. Because the second you log into Eve, nobody knows where you're going to go. Because I never knew. I started an adventure and
Yeah.
I'm talking to you guys now.